I'm the kind of person, I have to be busy, and I can tell you're the same way. I've got a lot of energy, and if I didn't use that to be creative, I'd just turn that in on myself, and that'd be dangerous. It's like my song. I wrote a song called Whatever You Are, Be That. Whatever you do, do that, because anything else is just an act. Whatever you are, that's true to you, and that's how you express yourself. We don't have to make ourselves over or allow somebody else to make us over. We need to be who we are and find ways to make that work for us.
Dolly, I love you.
You just have a spirit and an energy and a little, I don't know, you just got magic somehow.
A little about me. I grew up in Mountain Pine, Arkansas, population 580. There are way more people in this theater than were in my hometown.
There are about 600 more people in this theater tonight than lived in my entire hometown. 800 more people in this theater tonight.
900 more people in this theater tonight than the entire town of Mountain Pine, Arkansas.
The house that I grew up in was 900 square feet total. And I haven't really measured all the dimensions of this stage here, but it's probably to scale to the house that I grew up in. It was very small. I mean, the kitchen would be over here. You, sir, on the 5th row, you'd be about where my neighbor Scotty lived. He lived very close. But my grandma had a strict no weird goatee policy, so I couldn't hang out with you, sir. I didn't have my own room growing up, so I did it all right here. I slept on the couch. I put my clothes under the couch. It was also my closet, like any clothes that I had, and we didn't have a lot. It went underneath right here. This was my entertainment room. It's where I do my homework. I spent my young teenage years on this couch, and maybe this is embarrassing, but this couch is the first place that I ever mastered states and capitals. Weirdos. Growing up, my grandma was like my mom. My mom was in and out. My mom was like my sister. So my grandma was like my mom. Mom was like a sister, and my nieces and nephews were also my cousins. That's the most Arkansas sentence ever. If you ever hear me on the radio after someone performs, and I go, wow, man, it must be tough to sing this early in the morning. That's like my code to you guys. I know you know, and you know I know. We all know. That's a distress signal. That's a code. I need help. One of the cool things that you do here is you go to Broadway and you'll see a lot of these artists now have bars. And it kind of reflects who the artist is. It's kind of like, oh, cool, this artist is cool. They're going to build a bar. It's kind of like a look inside their life or their house or their bus. Blake Shelton's got Old Red. Dierks Bentley's got Whiskey Row. Jason Aldean has Small Town Fight Club and Gelato. It's most controversial gelato place you'll ever see. So it's kind of cool to announce this now. 2024, if you guys come back to Nashville, and I don't drink, but again, we're celebrating tonight. I hope if you come back, you'll check out my new bar. Thank you. Yeah, Bobby's Pansy Palace. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I heard somebody gasp. Yeah, never had a sip of alcohol, but the Pansy Palace and Mental Health Center will have bottomless Capri Suns. The servers will all wear Razorback jerseys. 90s wrestling on TV all the time. But the most important thing in the back, BYOT, bring your own therapist. That's right. I'm a big therapy person. I wanted to do a therapy joke so I could get into that because this is a serious thing for me. I try to keep my physical health, but I have learned how important my mental health is because if I'm not healthy for myself, I can't be healthy for other people. And the most important muscle in our body is right up here. And so I didn't know much about mental health. Again, where I grew up, we didn't have therapists. I would only see people going to shrinks on TV, and it was always something that people made fun of. So the first time I ever went to therapy, it was because my insurance offered it. And I never had insurance before, and I was like, wow, you go to therapy and you only pay $10 as a copay? I thought to myself, this is gonna be an awesome bit for the radio show. And so I went to therapy and I was like, oh, I can't wait to tell all these stories on the air. But when I got in there, I started to notice that having somebody that is trained and to not have a bias about your life, it is so important. So for me, therapy has been massive. From somebody who would laugh at therapy. Mental health is something that we don't address enough, that we don't value enough, and I hope that you guys take some time and think about yours and be there for somebody who's going through their own struggles. And I was struggling a few years ago, about 5 years or so ago. I was at a pretty dark place in my life where I had just thought, because I grew up, you've heard me say it before, I grew up an impoverished kid, but I thought if I just have success, I'll be happy. If I just have money and can like buy food and a car and pay a rent, I'll just be happy. And so that's what I did. I dedicated myself to my job, nonstop. That's all I did is work. And I just got very lonely. So I'm by myself, I'm working all the time. I start to not trust people because when I had no money and no success, nobody wanted to be my friend. But all of a sudden, now that I have some success and a little bit of money, like friends start to come along. And I'm like, they're not here for the right reasons. Why would anyone want to be my friend? That's what I was telling myself. And so I didn't trust anybody. One of my friends who I knew at work, and I would say friend, as close as a friend as I had at the time, he came to me and said, hey man, you are not doing good. You need to go to this place. They told me the name of the place, and it's basically like a therapy retreat. And the only reason I went, and this is sad, I had vacation, a week's vacation, and I had nowhere to go. And so that's where I just had to do something, and I was like, I'll go, and here I am, successful, with a week's vacation, and I'm lonely, and I have nowhere to go. So I went, okay, I'll go. And so I get in my car, and I drive, and it's a very remote place in Tennessee, no TV, you turn your phone in. I was one belt buckle away from being full pilgrim. I mean, it's in. And you spend 8 hours a day. It's intensive therapy with the same therapist. But I go and I tell my therapist, they give you one to work with for 6 days. And you're doing these exercises it's really intense for 8 hours a day. And she's like, what is your goal from all this? And I tell her, I honestly just want to cry because I don't cry. I never cry for myself. It's not a masculinity thing because I never had anybody teach me how to be a man, but it's a vulnerability thing that I never wanted anybody to see how weak that I felt I was and that I really was, and I didn't know that it was okay for sometimes to be weak. I didn't know that sometimes you just have to be vulnerable, but I could never show that because I always felt like the charity kid, like the person that was always vulnerable that people had to take care of, and I just said, I just want to cry. And she said, okay, well, let's just see where we go. We spent day one, we talked for 4 hours, a lunch break, 4 hours, end, no crying. Then you go to dinner, you go to your room, you read, you go to bed, you do it again. Day two, same. 4 hours, didn't cry. And I'm feeling pretty good because I'm doing things that are helping me, but my goal, because I felt like a dirty bathtub full of just gross water that had and I just wanted to unplug it. I just wanted to cry. And so we do day 2, 4 hours, lunch, end of day 2, no cry. We get to day 3, 4 hours, and I remember telling her at day 3, I'm not gonna cry, because I wasn't even like looking that direction. Just wasn't feeling it. And so at lunch, there was this bulletin board, and the bulletin board would tell what you were gonna do at dinner that night. And you go up, and I saw that it was outside, and that it was an outdoor barbecue with a bonfire, and it was at like 7:30. Now, I didn't know anybody at this place, and I was doing therapy by myself. But there were like 50 other people here, and they came from everywhere. There were people like me that were just struggling. There were people that were coming out of rehab. There were people that were doing it because their work was saying, hey, you should do this. So all these different people who don't know each other are at this same place. You can't say your last name. You can't talk about your job, because if you do, you're out of there, because they don't want to have any sort of hierarchy. And so I'm looking at the bulletin board during lunch on this day. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do that. And I remember saying to the people that were looking around, I was like, do you guys know how cold it's gonna be tonight? And someone said it was gonna be like 47, and I said, oh, I did not bring any socks, because I didn't pack any socks, like an idiot. I packed everything else, but no socks. Go to my room, and I thought about just not going to it at all, but I thought, I'm just gonna go out. I'm pushing myself all week. I finish the 4 hours, I go to dinner. And I'm there at dinner, there's a bonfire. This guy comes up to me, he's bald head, got a tattoo down his neck. He's in a white t-shirt, he's got tattoos all over his arms. He's got his ears pierced. And he says, hey man. And I'm like, hey, I don't know him. And he takes his hand and he hands me a pair of socks. They were gross. Didn't matter.
greatest gift I ever got. Because this guy who did not know me, who did not need anything from me in any way whatsoever, heard me say this, went to his room, remembered it, came and found me, and gave me a pair of his socks to wear because he heard that some dude was cold. Now here I am not trusting anybody. He gave me the socks and I started weeping, crying. I think he wanted his socks back pretty quickly. 2 years ago, I got married, which has been wild. Yeah, it's been awesome. Being married is such a new feeling for me and to me, and being married is just, it's amazing. My wife, Caitlin, is amazing. She's way hotter than me, and I know that's hard for some of you to believe. I know what you're thinking, it's impossible. But it's like Kelly Kapowski and I'm Screech and I finally got the girl. Like, that's what it feels like. The problem is people do look at us funny sometimes, like they don't match. Like, we went on vacation a few weeks ago and we're walking down the sidewalk and I literally heard a guy go, "How did he get her?" When we're together, I'm convinced people think that she's my Make-A-Wish. Oh, she's so sweet. That dying nerd boy. It is crazy to be married to somebody that wouldn't have talked to me when I was in high school. I mean, when I was in high school, she was 5, so that probably been... There is an age gap with us of about 12 years, and that part is pretty cool to me because I get to introduce her to a lot of brand new stuff. It's like a 90s time machine that we live in. It's like, I'm hanging out and I'm like, "Hey, you gotta check this out. This kid, he kind of grew up rough in Philly, and now he's moving to Bel Air. Guess what happens next?" When you get married, though, you're not just marrying a person, obviously, and a lot of you guys know this better than I do. You're marrying their family, and we're all friends here, and I tell you, her family, awesome. They're awesome, right? All my friends were like, "You're gonna hate the in-laws." I love them. I don't know if there's like a mark, like 2 years, 3 years, where you start to hate them, but right now, I love them. 4 years, sir? Thank you very much. All right, I got the playbook here. I don't think she wanted you to yell that. I was just like a hypothetical. But all of a sudden, it's like, boom, you have new family members. And I'm someone who didn't grow up with a lot of family. So now I have parents-in-law. It's awesome. It's odd. I'm not used to parents at all being at things. When I got my honorary doctorate from the University of Arkansas, which was a big honor to me, thank you. Fine. Okay, fine. Just please, call me Dr. Bones from now on. I was giving my speech. I was honored. And I looked down to the crowd, and I see her parents sitting there in the audience. And I was very emotional because I never had parents that came to things that I did. I didn't really have parents for a lot of my life. So here I am, an adult man. I was 40 years old, and I'm getting emotional because I have parents sitting in the crowd. It's all new to me. Her mom is hilarious. Her dad is the nicest, sweetest guy. I mean, he's so nice. He allows me to do things like I'm now catching up on things I missed as a kid by having a dad. So we play catch in the backyard a lot. He taught me how to shave. I'm really nervous about the birds and the bees talk, though. Oh, no.
I got married like 2 years ago. We still have 8 unopened crock pots. We had 9 given to us total. So now, though, I know how expensive they are. So if anybody needs a crock pot tonight on the way out, hit me up. I'm like the Oprah crock pots. You guys get one. Hold on. Hey, Kurt Cobain, come here. Yeah, how long you been married?
December will be a year.
You don't look at the ground. Never look at the ground when I ask you that question.
A year will be December.
Yeah. Say it again.
December will be a year.
I would just... Did you get cool wedding gifts?
A crock pot.
There you go. Here you go.
That crock pot on the house.
How many of you guys have been married for over 20 years? A lot of you guys. Yeah. You two right here. Would you guys mind coming up here for 1 second? Yep. You with the vest. I love a man in a vest. Yeah, you two. Yeah. Come on up here. Come on around here. And you guys have been married for how long?
24 years and 3 months.
Hold on. Hey, Kurt Cobain, did you hear that? Like, he didn't look at the ground. He said, boom. Got it? Cool, all right. So, were you nervous to propose?
Oh, 100%.
And in your mind, what did you foresee happening? Did you already have it all scouted out where you were going to do it?
Well, it was supposed to be at Empire State Building, but it ended up being the basement of the World Trade Center. Yeah.
Why?
Time. We just didn't have time. We were on the way to see Les Mis, didn't have time to hit Empire and then hit Les Mis.
So, did you have the ring in your pocket? Were you nervous about that part that she wouldn't see it? Was it in your butt? I don't understand what's happening here.
So my best friend was with us, and it was a big box that it was in, and so I gave the box to him so it wouldn't be sticking out in my jacket. Well, I didn't know this, but he took the ring out of the box, put it in his pocket, put the box back in his jacket. So we're walking down, and I'm like, dude, Eddie, we're not gonna have time. We're not gonna have time to do this. So I reach in, grab the box out of his pocket. I get down on my knee and I open the box, and there's nothing in there.
Do you remember it the same way?
I was like, wow, this is what I get? Thank you.
Do you have kids?
2.
Are they here?
They are not.
Are they his?
Bobby? Really?
They are not.
I've had a problem. I did this show last night in the same place. I just want to be honest with you guys. Same exact place, but I had problem walking to this part of the theater. Now, I want to tell you why in 1 second, but I spent a lot of time over here talking to these folks, and it wasn't because they were ugly, but I spent a lot of time here, and I would come back, and then I would get to the middle, and I would go back. I didn't realize it until someone again sent me a message, a DM last night, said, why didn't you spend enough time with the people on my left, your right side of the theater? Then I got here. You're clapping for that? You're proud of where your ticket randomly was seated. So I got here today and I thought about it. There's a statue with a wiener on it right there. I know. And so I think it's just in me. And I can't tell if that's how old that human, I don't know if it's an angel or a human, or if that's a belly button. But I just, when you take 2 magnets and it's north and north and they kind of won't, you don't really, but I think I was just scared to get too close. But I'm gonna try to disregard that tonight. We're gonna have a good time. I'm right back over here. It's like,
Congrats. Comedically Inspirational, on tour. Congrats on a sold-out show. There's no exclamation point. Thank you.
I got an autograph 8x10 of Shaq. Fanny pack. A foam finger for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Fanny pack.
Everybody's got that one special memory that even when they close their eyes, they still see. Well, I was 8 years old when mine happened to me. I was trying to find a place to hide, playing hide and seek. And then it happened. And then it happened. I saw my grandmother naked. She was stepping out the shower. It was so unexpected. She didn't have a towel around her. She screamed, and I screamed. We never spoke about it ever again. It only lasted a second. I saw my grandmother naked. My grandmother was always there. And she was that stability that I'm super grateful that I had. And there were a few things that she loved. She loved these three things most of all. She loved macaroni and cheese, playing poker with real money, and she loved the Grand Ole Opry. And so we would be in Arkansas, and that's what we would do. We would watch it on TV if it was on TNN or one of the channels. And if we couldn't find it because it would move off television sometimes, we would go and listen to it on the radio. And loved the music, and she loved the comedians. And I know, because I've played the Opry like 20 times now, I know that she would have thought it was amazing that I was going to perform on that stage, because I really take that seriously because of her. I love it so much. One of the times that I was performing at the Opry, and they ask you like a month ahead of time, it was the night that Glenn Campbell died. Now, Glenn Campbell was such an influence musically on me and my grandmother because he was from Arkansas, and there aren't a lot of people from Arkansas that make it and are great role models for people that want to get out of Arkansas. And so here's this night that's supposed to be this tribute to Glenn Campbell, and they have me closing the Grand Ole Opry as a comedian, telling jokes at the end of the night. But how am I supposed to tell jokes whenever someone who has been so influential in country music or in the life of my grandma has passed away? And these performers were doing these tributes, these poignant songs, people were crying on the stage, and all I'm thinking is, I have to go up and tell jokes. And I didn't know what I was gonna say, because this is a person that was so beloved, not just in country music, but music. And all night long, the crowd was just standing ovation after standing ovation. So it's about 5 minutes before I go on the show. And so I just tell a story. And I go on stage, and I tell the story about the first time, the only time that I met Glenn Campbell. It was at an award show a few years ago. Now, at an award show, if I can kind of explain this to you guys, let's say the first 8 rows are all people that are in the industry, like people you would know their songs on the radio, or maybe you'd see them at a concert, like the famous people. So at an award show, during a commercial break, everybody gets up, and they talk, and they take pictures, and then the guy over the top goes, all right, 30 seconds, everybody sits back down. But it's during that commercial time when you get up and you kind of say hi to all your friends. So, commercials hit, boom. I see Glenn Campbell sitting 2 rows back. Now, he doesn't stand up. He was older at the time. I'm like, this is an opportunity. I'm going to take it. So I walk up, and he's down, and I say, hey, Mr. Campbell, my name is Bobby Bones. I'm a huge fan. I'm also from Arkansas, and I just want to say you've been a huge influence on my life and my grandmother's life. And so I didn't think Glenn Campbell would know who I was. He took a labored breath, and he said, are you that radio guy? I said, yes, sir, I am. He said, I heard you're crazier than a 3-peckered billy goat. And I told that story on the Opry stage that night. And honestly, the crowd loved it. It was the perfect tribute. And the thing is, even though I made the whole story up, made the whole thing up, never met Glenn Campbell. I know my grandma would have been proud because she taught me to be a survivor. You know what happened? I saw my grandmother naked, completely nude. The crap was that?
I don't know. And I don't even know why I sang it so sexy. Like, that's not sexy.
Freaking Luther Vandross comes out.
Completely new.
Yeah, we got it, dude. We got it. Look, I get it. I'm not what I would call famous. I'm not traditionally famous. Sometimes I get asked to do famous people things, which is kind of a weird place to be. I played in a celebrity charity golf tournament. I had a friend, and he was like, hey, would you come and play this tournament? It's a favor for me. And I'm like, absolutely. So what that means is people will pay extra money to play a nice course and to get a celebrity to be in their group. The thing is, they don't know what celebrities are going to get. Getting me as your celebrity is like going on an African safari and seeing a horse. Like, could have seen that at home. So these people are paying really good money to play a nice course and get a celebrity, and you get teamed up with a legit celebrity, and there were some really legitimate celebrities. Super Bowl champion Drew Brees was playing, and I was like, dang, I want to play with him. Like Luke Bryan was playing in this tournament. There were real deal celebrities. We go to the first hole, and there's lots of people meeting each other because there's like a twosome, there's another twosome, there's a photographer, there's somebody from the charity, there's me, and I get up, and one of the guys that's paid to be in the tournament looks at me and says, I wonder who our celebrity is gonna be. Which is awkward for me. There should be tiered levels of celebrities for this. You know, you buy the first class package, you get Luke Bryan. You click the old Spirit Economy Plus, I'm your guy, you know? So the fame thing is weird. Some famous people are cool, some famous people are not. For example, cool famous people. I love Jelly Roll, singer, rapper, good dude.
Jelly Roll's interesting because he's been through it. He's the real deal. Jelly Roll is like the nicest dude ever. Turned his life around. He's blown up so much. And now Jelly Roll's thing is giving back to people who are just like him. So he's been doing a lot of these pop-up shows at prisons, which is amazing and also super on brand. That's why before the show tonight, I did a pop-up show at the Silverthorne Retirement Community. Just keeping it real with my peeps, you know? I'm very popular in the 80 to 85 demographic. Meemaws adore me. A woman named Gertrude told me she loves my Hobby Lobby song. She said, yeah, exactly. She said the first time she heard it, she felt something in her ovaries she hadn't felt since the Great Depression. I really, when I was young, did not have a lot of success with girls, and I would see on TV that if you wear a uniform, you get girls, so I got a job at Hobby Lobby. And I got a uniform. And I put my khakis on with my white button up and my blue vest with the red trim, and I was like, I'm gonna have to beat the ladies off with a stick. So my first day I was going out to Hobby Lobby with my uniform, I'm feeling good. My manager says, hold up. I said, what's up? He said, put the name tag on. He throws it to me, I catch it. It says Hobby Lobby Bobby. No girls. Sometimes when you're feeling blue, get some construction paper and some hot glue. You'll need some glitter and some paper plates, some macaroni for the smiley face. Make some planets out of styrofoam, pipe cleaner replica of Post Malone. Paper mache, what do you say? My name is Hobby Lobby Bobby. If you like arts and crafts, just call me. I can teach you origami. My name is Hobby Lobby Bobby. You guys sound so good, wow. It's Friday night and you got nothing to do. There's some poster board down on aisle 2. Popsicle sticks and cotton balls. We're located down by the bingo hall. Paper mache, what do you say? My name is Hobby Lobby Bobby. If you like arts and crafts, just call me. I can teach you origami. My name is Hobby Lobby Bobby. If you need 2 foot of ribbon, if you need 2 foot of lace, just look for the guy with the smile on his face. That's you.
That's me. Let's keep it low. My name is Hobby Lobby Bobby. If you like arts and crafts, just call me. I can teach you origami. My name is Hobby Lobby Bobby. Real loud. My name is... Oh yeah! If you like... Woohoo! I can't... Okay. My name is... Again. My name is... Do it real low. My name is... Oh, don't do that. No, never mind.
That's weird.
Knew it was a mistake as soon as I asked them to do it. I did a show called Dancing with the Stars. Thank you. Now, let's be honest. I'm on a show that talks about stars. They're using that word stars pretty liberally. My season was NFL stars, Olympic gold medalists, Joe from the Facts of Life, and me. And so basically, if you looked at all of us, it looked like I sold the most Thin Mints in my troop, and that was my reward for being there. Nobody thought I would win. My partner didn't think I would win. Vegas didn't think I would win. It's not me just being humble here. This is the betting slip from Vegas. This is not a joke. These are real life odds. Nancy McKeon was super nice, but she was like 60 and had a bad hip. And she was double the odds that I was to win. Mimo. You a big Dancing with the Star fan? Aww. Okay, for you. Do you want some of this? Come up here now, me and you. Don't look too far to the left, there's a wiener. So you watched me on Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, I blew up my phone on you. I did.
And then when you saw me on the show, what did you think of my dancing ability?
Questionable.
Questionable, yeah. How about me and you just do a little dance?
Oh, you know what?
Here we go. Me and you, here we go. In, out, boom, yes, come under, boom. Now get ready for it. Brace your, now stand right there. I learned this in Mountain Pine.
Oh, okay.
Unexpected. I'm gonna have to get a pin and pin my zipper. Hey, Morgan. Hold on 1 second. Morgan. Thank you. I don't want to end up like that statue over there. I don't think I did a very good job. Should I fix it again? I can't keep the sweater down.
I'm not touching that area. We'll have to get Caitlin up here.
I tried to do it myself. Thank you. Nobody was rich where I came from. So when I started to make real money, you think that you'd buy something crazy. Most people buy a Lamborghini or a golden toilet or a ticket to outer space. Being the hillbilly that I am, I bought the 2 T's, teeth and a trailer. I bought these teeth, and I bought my mom a trailer. Teeth and a trailer, new Morgan Wallen song next week as well, coming out. Even though my mom couldn't raise me, she did teach me a lot in other ways. I did learn from her in a lot of ways. She had dropped out of school at 15 years old because she got pregnant. And so when she was 37 or 38, it was important to her to go back and finish school, so she wanted to go and get her GED. And I'm still blown away, and I'm still so proud of her for doing this. And I remember she got the book, and the GED book it's a really thick book, and you basically have to know the whole book, and if you pass the test, you have your GED. So she studied and studied for months. She took the test, and she failed it. But I remember her going, I'm just not gonna quit. So what she did is she ripped a page out, she put it up on the fridge. And this is a great study hack, by the way. Put the stuff that you need to learn in a place where you go all the time. But she put the sheet up on the fridge and she would go to it, learn it, and when she was done, she would take that page, put it face down until she finished the whole book. She learned everything she needed to do, and she got her GED the second time she took the test. And I was so proud of her then, I'm so proud of her now, and that really is, like, if you believe in yourself and you bet on yourself, even if it's hard, even if you failed before, like, success will not be far behind. I always say success is not a straight line.
I've never been a diva. I've never, I'm thankful that I'm successful. I always wanted to have money. I wrote a song called Sacrifice, and it says, I was going to be rich no matter how much it costs, and I was going to win no matter how much I lost. And that, to me, those 2 lines, it's like if you're willing to sacrifice. All through the years, I kept my eye on the prize, and you ask if it's worth the sacrifice, but you don't, it's like empty or full, I've carried my pail, but you don't drink the water if you don't dig the well. It's like all those things I think that I'm the same person I always was. I'm just more relaxed now, more comfortable because I can afford to be That's what you were saying. I can afford to be myself. Just like when I started cutting, I had to wait. I never could make money, big money, singing bluegrass, and I love bluegrass. And so when I did my bluegrass album, I said I had to get rich in order to sing like I was poor, you know?
This is called a spoon solo.
Oh boy.
My final episode of the finale that last year was really cool for a lot of reasons. The finale itself was amazing on that show because all the finalists are singing with big stars, and like Jennifer Hudson was there, Weezer was there, Sting was there, the singer, and they're doing duets with these artists. And so everything is heightened. And usually a few minutes before the show starts, a producer comes up, beats on the door, and goes, all right, we got 7 minutes till showtime. We walk down the stairs, go to the stage, and a live show starts. So I'm getting ready, I'm putting my clothes on. Think it's a producer? I'm like, yep. Door opens. Wasn't a producer. Older guy, hair kind of dyed black and kind of poofy, all black clothes kind of tight. He said, hey. And that's when it hit me. You know the song, Don't Stop Believing? Steve Perry, the lead singer of Journey, was at my door. And I was like, this is freaking crazy. I didn't say it out loud, but in my head, I was like, this is freaking crazy. And he goes, hey, I just want to stop by for a second because I'm a massive fan. And I was like, this is so bizarre. And he was like, do you mind if I get a picture? Can we get a video? I'd love to send it to my daughter because she's a fan too. And I'm like, oh my God, this is Steve Perry wanting to get a picture. I'm like, don't stop believing. And he said, I'm so inspired by you. And I said, thank you. He said, you have a great attitude. You fly across the country to do your radio show. Like, it seems like you really have a great head on your shoulders. And I can't believe that Steve Perry knows who I am. And so I'm freaking out a little bit. And he goes, can we get that video? So he takes his phone and he puts it up like this. And he goes, just say your line. And here's the thing, I don't have a line. I don't know what to do here, so I look at him and I go, which one? And he goes, just say Seacrest out. I said it. Yeah, I said it. It's very awkward, and you know his daughter somewhere got that video and was like, who is this gas station version of Ryan Seacrest saying Seacrest out? But I didn't want to correct him, because in that moment, he believed I was Ryan Seacrest, and I'm not going to be the guy who tells Steve Perry to stop believing. You don't want to be that guy. Someone brought a sign like it's a wrestling match. I love the passion. What does the sign say? Arkansas is here, we love Bobby Woo Pig Sooie. Thank you for that. Now, first of all, from my heart, thank you. What is your name? Rebecca, thank you. And lady behind Rebecca, do you want to stab her in the head with scissors? All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. So this is a $100 bill. And however many clothes you take off, I'm just kidding, that's not it, no. No, I'm gonna pay you to keep it on now. All right, we're gonna play easy trivia, okay? Now, if you go 5 for 5, you get the $100. If at any time you're starting to struggle, you just whisper in my ear, you're cute. And I'll get you get one lifeline that I will call to the stage, okay? You have to go 5 for 5. And if you yell an answer, I'll go Miranda Lambert on all of you. I swear to God, this is my money. Don't yell an answer. Are you ready? Question number 1. In a leap year, which month gets an extra day?
February.
Correct, good. Nice.
The answer should be this.
No. Frosted Flakes cereal is produced by what brand? Now, if you don't know it, whisper to my ear. You know what to whisper.
I gotta save that for last. Kellogg.
Correct. How many Great Lakes are there? Don't, I swear to God. I'll just urinate from right here on all of you. Don't. It's my money, losers. I mean, sorry. Thanks for buying tickets. Sorry. Did you hear their answer?
No.
You're lying. Okay. How many Great Lakes are there?
Let's go with 5.
You're a terrible actor. Yeah. He's like, let's go with. Don't. Yeah, I know. Okay, you got to get 2 more. Look at me. Don't look at them. Don't look at me. I mean, wait, no, look at me.
You said don't look at
I know, you freaked me out. Hold on. Look at me. How many reindeer does Santa have?
Oh, gosh.
Don't be looking over there.
There's lights.
Look at me. Look at me.
Okay.
Right here.
So tell me, you want me to tell you you're cute? Yeah, you're cute.
Okay, cool. I'd like to go to the lifeline here. Let's see here. Hey, Jake, come up here. This is my friend Jake Owen. Mike, Jake, Mike. Yeah. So.
I was out there going, dun-dun-dun, 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 something and something and dun-dun-dun, and there's one more that's got.
Is one of them named Titson?
I don't know other names, so I was trying to, like, even before you called me, I was over there going, I think I know this. Was like, dun-dun-dun, shit. I don't know. There's close to, like, I don't know. I'm not a good lifeline. There's got to be like 10 or 11 of those things.
Shut your mouth! So.
Dasher and Dancer and Donald and Blitzen and
Comet and
Cupid and Donner and
something.
And
then Rudolph. So 9. Go 9.
Okay, hold on. With Rudolph, they're gonna go 9. That is correct. Stay up, nope, stay up. Final question, and here's how this goes. I will ask the question. If you go to Jake and you don't know it and he doesn't know it, he can save you. There's only one way he can save you.
So you got to tell you you're cute too?
He tells me I'm cute every night before I go to sleep. And it's a mystery gift he has to give. Okay, are you ready?
Okay.
What country is Prague in? Prague, I can't even say it. Whatever. What country is Prague in? Last question.
Going to you.
you want me to answer this?
Now you can answer it, but if you miss it, he loses, or you could just say, I'll take the mystery punishment. Don't look out there.
I was looking at this camera guy right here. I wanted him to get me when I say the wrong answer.
Hold on, I want you to know this. Jake, you have 2 options. You can give the answer, and if you miss it, he loses all the money.
I don't even have an idea.
Or,
I've heard of the place.
I'm pretty sure we have a tuned guitar in the back. You can play a song.
Everybody's here. Play the song.
All right, I'll play a song.
Jake knows every song known to man, but here's the thing about Jake. I talked about my wife and I getting married 2 years ago, and obviously Jake's one of my best friends, and Jake was gonna sing at our wedding, and he goes out the night before and blows his voice. So he did not sing at our wedding. Hey, Caitlin, are you back there? Can you come here, please? Please.
It's a show full of surprises.
Yes, show full of surprises. Thank you. Thank you. Let's change the background too. Trivia's dead. This is love.
No. Do you think I knew this was going to happen?
So, Jake was supposed to play Made for You at our wedding, and he didn't because he was out partying. I think he was playing a charity show the night before. Play Made for You. We're going to do a half of a dance right here on stage, like our wedding, right? So, look at this. Everybody's feeling awkward. Mike, Caitlin, he had no idea. I'm the only winner here, and you guys. All right, everybody, Jake Owen.
What do you think, Mike? Water towers made for hearts and names. And Friday nights are made for football games. And fallen leaves are made for falling in. Front porch steps are made for goodnight kissing. And I was made for you. Yeah, I was made for you. Like a ship without a sea, or a song without a melody. Yeah, I don't know where I'd be or what I'd do, 'cause Bobby Caitlin was made for you.
If you look under your seat, you'll find a copy of my latest book, Fail Until You Don't. If you brought it with you and put it under the seat before the show started, it should still be there. I wrote that book, Fail Until You Don't, about not giving up, about facing your fears, about tenacity, about hard work, something that I think we all have, because it's not something that I had to be blessed with. It's something I just had to figure out I wanted to do. I think we all have that in us. I'm not an exceptionally talented person. I'm just somebody who will get up and mess up, but learn as it happens. And I feel like if you go and you put in the time and you put in the honest effort, like that wins. And I finished this book, and I was ready to share my philosophy with everybody, and I felt like I was lying, I was a fraud, so I didn't turn it in. I needed to face my fears. There was something that I was avoiding, because how can I tell you guys in a book to do something if I wasn't doing it myself?
And my fear was always meeting my biological father. So I tracked him down. I tracked down my biological father's phone number. I called a cousin, they texted someone, got me his number, and I was nervous. But I remember texting him, and I'm being serious. And I text him and I say, hey man, this is Bobby, your son, ... Ever heard of him? Not the best text to send at first, I'll be honest with you.
But I told him, I said, hey, I'm gonna be in Arkansas on this day. I really wasn't. But you know, you have those friends who are like, we should go to dinner, and you never actually do, because no one ever actually says what day to go to dinner. But I didn't want to do that, so I said, I'm gonna be in Arkansas on this day. I said, are you gonna be around? Let's meet, let's talk. Now, I hadn't seen him in 30 years. In my heart, he bailed on me when I was 6 years old in the hospital. And I was gonna fly into Arkansas just to meet him. I pull up to this barbecue restaurant, and I see him drive up right after and the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Because I saw an older version of me for the first time. I'd never seen that before. And there he was in the flesh, Robert Bone Sr. That's not his name, guys, I'm kidding. And, you know, I'm feeling tight. I know maybe he sees me, so I'm like, I better get out of the car. I walk in, we sit down at the restaurant, we talk, and I can feel him be really nervous. And in a tense situation, when there's a crisis, people kind of fall into different roles. And I felt like I have to be the caretaker because he's so nervous. It was a really weird position, but you know what? We did it. We talked about horses. He's got horses. We talked about some trouble that he had been into. He had me when he was like 17 years old. And the more I talked to him, the more I was able to pull that jacket off that had the word villain written on the back of it. And the more that I was able to see that this was a guy who was 17, young guy, irresponsible, stubborn, ashamed. And in different ways, I'm that same person. Like, I felt that. And it was the first time I had sat with a parent and felt like I was connecting. And it would be nice to sit here now and say, we're best friends, or, you know, we call him after the game, do you see the score? But we don't do that. I said, hey, it's really great to see you, and that's it, and I left. Now, there's no great ending to the story, except there is. Like, I don't hate him anymore. I wish some things could have gone differently, sure. But if I see him out now, if I'm in Arkansas and I'm doing a family thing, if he's there, I don't feel like I have to run or hide. I don't feel like he's awful. But that was a huge step for me. So I want to challenge you guys to do the same thing, because it doesn't feel good to grow physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It doesn't feel good to grow, but it feels good once you're grown. I'm up here today doing this whole show because a dude gave me a pair of old, holy, cheese-smelling socks. And I am still shaken because of it. And I thought it would be super cool if I brought him out tonight, but I have no idea who he is. I'll be honest with you. Never saw him again, still got the socks, never saw him again. But I like to tell that story to remind you guys and to remind myself that sometimes it ain't about what you get back, it's just about what you give. Now, that guy was super generous with me that day, and it meant the world. I still think about it all the time. He literally gave me the socks off his feet. But I think we all have socks in our life that we can give somebody that aren't really socks, metaphorical socks.
And if I can do it, anybody can do it. I believe in you. And so, to conclude the show tonight, because I do, again, my goal was to be extremely generous. Can I get some help out here? I've signed every pair of these socks. They are not worth a lot.
It's a lot of sequins.
Oh, you know me. There's no such thing as too many.
And whenever you're ready.
It looks heavy.
Yeah.
Looks just heavy in general. Can I?
Yeah, touch me.
Okay, now you can go. I woke up this morning with a lot to do, but my pants didn't have enough pocket room. I got my keys, my phone, my chapstick too. Good thing I got a pouch like a kangaroo. Fanny pack, if you need a rubber band or a real light snack. If you need an EpiPen to bring your granny back, it's in my fanny pack. I'm walking down the street, all eyes on me. What's that around my waist in neon green? It zips in the front, snaps in the back. Y'all already know that's my fanny pack. Fanny pack, if you need a ukulele or an almanac. If you need a fuel filter for your Pontiac, it's in my fanny pack.
'Cause I'm a modern day Mary Poppins. Wherever I go, you know I'm rocking that
F-A-N-N-Y. Packed to the max right above my fly.
I'm a modern day Mary Poppins. Wherever I go, you know I'm rocking that
F-A-N-N-Y. Packed to the max right above my fly. Now this here is to represent a solo played on a fanny pack. Now we did not know how to play a solo on a fanny pack, so if you imagine it real closely, that's what Eddie is doing. You need lip balm? I got you, girl. You need bath bomb? I got you, girl. You need nail polish? No problem. Scrunchies? Give me all of them. Credit card? Hand it to me. Tampon? Already got 3.
Wait,
That line's
why?
weird.
Why?
Yeah. I do not know. Fanny pack! I got an autograph 8x10 of Shaq. Fanny pack! A foam finger for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Fanny pack! I got a half-eaten bowl of Apple Jacks. Fanny pack! 'Cause I'm an organizational maniac.
'Cause I'm a modern day Mary Poppins. Wherever I go, you know I'm rocking that F-A-N-N-Y.
Packed to the max right above my fly.
I'm a modern day Mary Poppins. Wherever I go, you know I'm rocking that
F-A-N-N-Y. Packed to the max right above my fly. Thank you guys.